traditional markets obviously having a good day. Take a peek right out of the gate at SPY. I mean, that's how we literally ended last week, right? Already tested the weekly range. We got a lot of macro volatility below SPY's data set right now. Tight daily range too. I am really surprised this did not trend some more. But everybody's asking that question, right? When are the markets going to turn around? First off, don't watch the news, whatever you do. Everybody at Alpha Trading knows, you know. You gotta look at you gotta understand the volatility charts. Entropy. Pretty excited about a new indicator, I'll tell you that. Look who's in the chat. Everybody thank Van F. The weekly's still having that outlier. I do like that the returns oscillator is turned up. Fisher is down at the 2SD. And we are continuing to trend. Entropy is continuing to trend. So we're talking the returns mean revert here. Yeah, I'm going to get back up around 40, 45. Could come out. I'm going to be paying attention to entropy big time. Is this trend going to really get strong? Right? Is this going to really get strong? I know, Van, you're listening right now, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. So, considering, all right, the returns, leaving the mean to the downside, entropy into trend. We want to see this entropy now go back into randomness. And you'll see the returns mean revert. This log return Z-score, very interesting. This market is very near to a bottom, in my opinion. I mean, you guys on a weekly, I'm sure everybody has noticed the volatility, depending on what your settings are. But on a low setting, we're printing 0. We are printing 0, positively correlated. And the correlation on the entropy, we're just losing correlation to the downside. So it'll be interesting to see with it flashing as well, if this down move from the all-time high is over and we start trending to the top side again. It's little things, P-Funk and settings. You probably don't have exponential weighted entropy checked, maybe. Changes it big time. I like it. Some don't. I love it. In my opinion, it should be on. Yeah. My opinion, there shouldn't even, should be that way. I mean, it really shows well. What is happening? So last week, typical, right? Probabilities. Bitcoin runs outside the third standard deviation normal distribution and the 90 and almost gets down to the 99.7 Laplace. Was definitely heading that way. 3/4 of the way to there. Then closes, pulls all the way back up inside the first standard deviation. Well, there was a 68.3% chance that it would. So I know in these levels is pretty important. Pretty important indeed. But we are staying inside the 95.4 Laplace to the downside. That was lovely. And I was talking on the stream. This is exactly what I wanted to see. This wick, okay, it's all good. I want to see it close inside the distribution here. Right? The 95.4 Laplace. So let's say we were to do, where's the 1SD? 32.9, almost 33. 35.6 is the second standard deviation. 38.4 is the third to the top side. I want to see the correlation. Hopefully you guys understand what the columns are. Depending on, right, I've only got non-smooth turned on. I've only literally using half the indicator right now. You got both of them turned on, smooth and unsmooth. The van likes it like that. This log return z-score, wow. I mean, this baby's pretty deep. Let's be real. Let's be real. Usually, especially on the weekly, right? Especially on the weekly, and you get an outlier into the downside, there's usually there is a bottom there, at least on the weekly. You're gonna get a move to the top side. Worked out well the last couple times it's happened too. There was a div on that weekly build, and obviously not anymore. That 4 hour though, it built for quite some time. This is where it's all gonna obviously on the lower time frames, and we're talking about intraday trading. None of anything I'm talking about, right? None of this even matters. Everybody knows that, but I'm just saying. Besides the 90, the 45, 15-minute charts, I mean, on the 4 hour here, we're gonna have to get above this reverse wave trend, make a run into Fisher. We're underneath everything right now. The power mean band, very tight, really tight. It is flipping. It is flipping too. Be nice to close the daily above like 30.8. That would be ideal. Let's take a peek on the VRE. Oh, go back. Are you, buddy? There you are. Probably close to the top of the weekly. Where's the top of the weekly? Right there. Well, what do you know? 30.8. Funny how these line up. But anyway, great indicator, right, guys? Great indicator. We open up. We open up the new weekly, or actually, we open up the new daily today. Bounce around the bottom of the weekly. Go up, do a 1 SD run. Bounce off the middle of the weekly price action volatility range. Go right back up to the first standard deviation on the daily, and then reject down into the daily price action volatility range. Had a little volatile dip outside of the weekly. Now it's pulled back in. Definitely want to see Bitcoin close above the center, 30.3. It'd be nice to see a nice pump going into the end of the day. Close outside of the weekly, least by tomorrow. But everything I'm seeing on the weekly chart, I'll stick to my guns, right? Stick to my guns for all you whack jobs out there who just want to get signals. This guy never talks about signals. I think it's going up. How's that? I think the bottom's in. There you go. There's your signals. Now you degens can go 100x long. Let's see. There's a lot of stuff matching up. You know, especially, it's not like I never do it, right? I've got boxes. They need to be checked. Put it this way, and I'll never talk about them all, but there's a lot of those boxes that are checked. That this is the bottom's in. On both markets, to be honest. On both markets. Traditional and crypto. Could be a good summer. Especially for crypto. Really could. Let's see if anything's sticking out. Let's see. Not really. Nothing out of the ordinary. I do like that traditional is kind of turning around. I mean, obviously, right? Pre-market, right? Nasdaq's up a couple hundred points or something. I mean, if you're prepping for an intraday trading Bitcoin on the low time frames, I mean, there's a very easy process. You just got to figure it out, man. You can get a nice read off of what's happening in traditional markets. You can look every day. As soon as they open up, Bitcoin's making moves. Yeah, say Ron. Lots of good folks. Lots of good people. I got ban hammered by Van F real quick, so I had to change the subject. I'm excited. What are you gonna do? So do we pull up to the mean of this projection? Right. This is from the local high, 48K. And everybody knows I usually got all kinds of projections running. Yeah, I'm running with this now. This is just too good, especially if we bounce here. If this really plays out, I'm gonna look for a run, and we're talking. It could be this week. That's a hell of a run, though. That's why it's all probabilities with me. And I mean, we're talking. If this were to run to the bottom side of the 68.3 on the projection on the current candle, that's a 99.7 Laplace move. Very rarely, very, 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 very rarely does that happen with any asset, right? Let's even see when the last time Bitcoin did a 99.7 Laplace on the weekly. Yep, it was the COVID dump. It's the last time. Very interesting. Let's see. The COVID dump and when we came. Remember when we were going sideways at 6K after the top at 20, right? Then we just boom in a month dropped down to like 3,100. That was that we did a 99.7 Laplace move there too. So twice in the last few years have we even got really did it. This was pretty close. Powerful week. And to close up inside the distribution at the 95.4 Laplace like that, I think it's pretty powerful. I would like to see this weekly candle at least close up by the 1 SV. Turn this thing around. That'll create a nice bullish little volatile candle going into the end of the week here. It's only Tuesday, right? Got plenty of time to do some work. Plenty of time. Bitcoin's up what? 1%, a little over. You see? I'll be looking for some continuation, that's for sure. But this is going to be we top here this week. Let's be let's reel it in a little bit. Let's see if we can close above 30.8 by the end of the week. Are we just going to mess around down here? I'm going to be honest. It's a pretty big weekly range. What is it all together? 29. That's $1,000. It's actually, yeah, it's pretty big. We could range. We could range all week. But it'd be nice. Maybe if we close the daily candle up above here, we can get a little run. Where's the R1 at on the weekly? Holy crap, is it that high? Yeah, this weekly range is massive overall. High probability that we just range. I mean, we're talking it's up here at 5K above. What's the whole range? Holy crap. There's two. 39. Wow, is it going to be like 44? Wow. Yep, 44. So we're talking 44 to the top side. Give me a second, guys. I don't know if you ever do this. If you don't, you're not utilizing this indicator. Its full potential. Ah, wow. So we're talking $23,000 total range on the weekly. Pretty big, massive. High probability we do some ranging. We close it daily above here. And we got the monthly. Right. Is that the S1 on the monthly? No, 2. S2. God, is it that high up here? It is. Holy crap. The bottom of the monthlies at about 39.3. Bitcoin's got some work to do. Right, that drop was crushing for all the degens out there, right? A lot of liquidations. That's why we trade low time frame volatility. Pretty good though. 68.3 Laplace to the downside, 1 SD to the top side on the daily, pretty much. Nice slow steady pump. 2 rejections off the 1 SD. Down almost to the 68.3. The weekly range pulled that PA right back up in there though. Right up on top of the center of the daily too. I'm telling you though, we close up above 30.3 by the end of the day. It'd be pretty good because the new daily range, we're like sitting on it. It's like right in here right now. It's right or it's probably right around the weekly. You could see the center of the daily right at the weekly. You want to close above that. Use that as some support. Volatility is crushed on the weekly, right? Just talked about that. So hold on. So if it's crushed on the weekly, what's it looking like on the 5-day? It's usually always an oddball. You know what? 40%. Never even had a big expansion on this dump though. About 55%. 3 days still up there from the move down. 2-day probably as well. Okay, that's what I want to see. Nice. Rapidly contracting. We all see this, correct? Rapidly contracting on the daily. 12-hour, nice steady contraction. 4-hour, about crushed. Yes, zeros on the 4-hour. So volatility on the 4-hour and the weekly is literally crushed. On the weekly, positively correlated. Right now, the correlation is starting to slope back up, but it's significantly negative right now. So this is okay for if it stays totally contracted and just stays negatively correlated, price action can walk up and then start to expand as it's heading positively correlated. For all our super fans out there, the goofies that don't understand correlation, go do something better for your time, boys. Tired of at some point it gets tiring living rent free in people's heads. Let me reload this damn chart. Got an indicator screwed up. There we go. So yeah, and then what am I always doing, right? I'm looking at entropy. I'm looking at the divergence between price action returns. I definitely want to see where the returns are. Where's the mean at, number one, right? Where are the returns at? That's what I want to know. And then I'm going to be looking at entropy, right? Is there divergence, right? Is it building? I mean, just people don't get it, right? I should teach a seminar on it and get more people on board. It's ridiculous. Those that study it, it's just plain as day. Plain as day how divergence plays such a huge part in these markets. But whatever. It's all good. Most of the people that argue that are against what we do are the ones they don't even trade. That's what's even all right. So it's okay. We are good. I ain't got time for this shit. I got a bunch of wood to cut and freaking bring them out here. Introduce them to my chainsaw. So the 15, are we back up above? I'm kind of rejecting right now off of this wave trend and Fisher. Ugly little. Looks like for all you Star Wars fans, right? X-Wing fighter in the process. Gotta love it. Let me see. I like the volatility's low. We got a nice little move coming. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we do trend. Maybe we do trend this week. I'll tell you what, if we don't, the rest of this week and the 2-day and the 3-day volatility really drops too, we could have a really explosive move working. And I'm going to go out on the limb from what I see. Everybody that's, oh, which way? I mean, high probability, it's all about probabilities, that the bottom's in. Stand behind it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And at the same time, I don't even care because I'm not trading that anyway. I'm trading the low time frame. I don't care if it's going up or down. I can guarantee you one thing, I'm going to recognize what it's doing, what direction it's going. That's the good thing. Is that what it is? I'm just reading the chat. Let me see here. Yeah, kind of, man. No matter if it's daily, weekly, monthly, for a tight range, I like to see inside 1% for sure. Is that what it is? 3%? I'm sure if you're squawking that number. Yeah, 3.33. He measured it exactly. Whoa, it's very Masonic, I'll tell you that. Maybe the Masons throw a curveball and pump the market for all their riches. Let's see. Yeah, it's pretty wide, man. I like to see 1%, right? It'd be different. Now, if the weekly look like the daily, right? The daily's probably about one. That's what I'm saying. The weekly or the daily could have done a little something. Yeah, not even 1%, 0.75. Anything under 1% on any of the daily, weekly, or monthly, I considered high probability of trend. Outside of that, especially 3% is pretty high. It is, and it, I mean, the top's at 44, bottom's at 21. If you take all those different support levels, so overall, it's a massive range. Look, a couple weeks ago, they were tight. And what happened? They expanded over a couple weeks as Bitcoin's bottom dropped out after it pumped to 48. Let's see. What are we gonna do next? Anybody else have a question? Got a little bird symphony going on outside. I'll tell you what, I found some majestic oaks on my property out searching. Pretty fun. Good times. It's me against the bugs, the entire property's trying to eat me. So many poisonous plants and fucking spiders and ticks. Just call me Tick Hound. I've pulled 4 off of me so far. I mean, is this going to be 4 a week? It's horrible. Not a pincushion for ticks. But they're everywhere. Crazy, man. Crazy. Yeah, bottom line, just people that do have these indicators that are studying them. Oh my God. When it clicks, you're going to be just overjoyed, man. They're such a tell. They're such a tell. When you fully understand volatility and entropy, it's holy crap. And the mean of returns. And the mean of returns, beautiful. Nice, colorful chart. Yeah, just I'm a freak of nature. I've always and I change mine up sometimes. I haven't been actively trading. So, I mean, hell, it's been over 2 months now. Over 2 months. Which is good. I needed a break. Insanity. Let me see. Let me expand your chart here on my. Yeah, it's just I is how I have mine set up. It's like here's my entropy, which I do think you have. Yeah. Yep. I just have my no, you got yours right. And then my volatility up here. Where is, hold on, I'm missing an indicator. I must have erased it on accident. Usually the HVZ. I don't use it as much though. You know what? Maybe I got rid of it for a reason. And don't think if you don't see an indicator on my chart, I don't look at them. I just, yeah, something looks weird. I got to add it, but probably back in. But I'll get a read. And everything over here, obviously, I'm looking for variance, outliers, and divergence. That's what I'm looking for. Divergence. Then obviously we're working on some pretty powerful stuff for everybody. So, um, but you begin to realize I mean, the learning never stops, especially when you have somebody who just continues to push the limits, just selfless, literally gaining nothing at this point, right? Our guys, our coders, Van, doing our math guy, they're awesome, man. It's a beautiful thing because these are very powerful. When you understand it all, it just really clicks. It really does. Clicks. You start to really understand how entropy plays a part in everything in life. It's opened my eyes up to it, I'll tell you that. We're having an outlier in the 15 minutes. Nice bold div, right? Let's look at my favorite time frame. Log return Z-scores definitely had it. The Fishers are definitely crossing up, turning up. Price actions have been a random for a while. Dropped into trend once after we were coming down, just sliding. Trend, random trend. Beautiful. And is what you need to look at when you see something, when you see price action doing that, right? Is what you need to understand, right? Entropy is expanding. Returns are mean reverting. Entropy goes back into randomness. Entropy starts to trend. All right. Returns mean revert. Entropy goes back into randomness. Entropy starts to trend. Then the returns mean revert. Entropy goes back into randomness. Remember that. That's becoming abundantly clear to me. Abundantly clear. And it's very smooth. I mean, it's like two cogs of a wheel. I mean, the teeth are just perfect. Pretty incredible. And it was a trip the way it kind of way I see it, because it's like I took something beautiful and thought I saw something else in it and got off track a bit and was looking at other shit, and then you come back and you're just like, oh, hold on, this is already a gem. This thing's powerful as hell. You guys have no clue how close we are, right? What has been our goal from the beginning? We want to be able to, boom, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. Just push the button. You want to put together a set of indicators that you've cracked that code. And I'm telling you, it got everything to do with log returns. What is the difference? Well, it just weights it, exponentially weights it, and you can really tell the difference. Really tell the difference. So if I open it up right now, you can see where these drop into trend. When you exponentially weight it, you'll see a lot more trend in different spots. When it's not exponentially weighted, sometimes it's more of a, right, smooth drop, which it depends on how you like to read it. right? It really depends on how you like to read it. You drop when you do it exponential, there's a lot more movement going on. For scalping. If I'm on low time frames, I definitely have it on. But if you're looking like on high time frames, you can turn it off. You can increase the length. You can do whatever you want. Play with them. That's why they're open. Do whatever you want. And if you ever like get into a place where you've screwed it up or something, you just, you can revert it back to the original settings and start again. Right. Yeah, it changes it big time. I like using it. I always have. And that's always the question, that my entropy looks different. That is the only difference. Everything else I'm pretty sure is default. Maybe not the colors. Cool indicator though. This thing's overlooked. Right? This is like can be slept on big time. Holy crap. Entropy, man. Who was that? Did an African crypto warlord yesterday posted a video in the chat. Everybody should watch that. Guys, I like him. I don't know if you watch that, Van. It's pretty cool. Talks about Shannon entropy, or entropy, Shannon entropy percentile, probabilities. Guy's pretty cool. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, getting a little pump right now, which doesn't surprise me. Does not surprise me at all. And it's probably coming off, yeah, bunch of hidden bull. On the 90, the slow grind up from 29, found support on this reverse wave trend, and when we found that bottom, it just, look at all these points. Look at all these points of hidden bull building. 1, 2, 3, 4, off we go. Starting to come out of the hole. We'll see what happens. That's on the 90. But from what I've been seeing, I would definitely, man, I'd be scalping to the top side. Yeah. Bull on the 45. I like that low entropy though. Holy crap. Or I mean low volatility. 4-hour and weekly is crashed. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Everywhere else is contracting though. So that's usually when you're contracting like that, you're going to be, the price action is going to be walking around. Right? Especially, same with the volatility. When volatility has a massive expansion, you're going to see entropy drop in the trend. This all works together. That's what's incredible. That's what's incredible. Right? When entropy is freaking going back into randomness, right? Entropy is going back into randomness. Volatility is contracting. Price action, and then the returns are mean reverting. What's price action doing? Following the returns. Yeah, I don't know how they got off my chart. I kind of like it better. I think I'll roll with it. Definitely see the volatility better. Yeah, entropy, volatility, probabilities. Oh my goodness. Get that locked down. Get it locked down. When you got the indicators, all you got to do is put the work in. You can start to see it. Oh, it's just all working together seamlessly. Yeah, having this variant, having an outlier on the 15-minute. See where this plays out. So what I love about variance, right? I mean, it's just so powerful. And I'm a correlation nutball. Anytime any indicator is made, I'm just like, is that directional? Nope. Fucking let's correlate that bad boy. Let's see what it's telling us. Let's see what it'll tell us that it's never told anybody before because nobody's ever done it. Why would you? Because you're not a psycho. I turned into like a correlation nutbag. Let's see. Yeah, for sure. For sure. But yeah, it definitely it'll come. Especially if you're all it takes is chart time. But obviously it's a hobby for a lot of people. Not sitting in front of the computer all day, messing with it. Yeah, that's the thing. Once you do have the little first glimpse, you have the first little aha moment, it becomes addictive. You really start to see stuff you never saw before using lagging indicators. It just makes no sense. The longer you trade this way, you just look back and you're just like, holy crap, how is that even possible? It makes zero sense. Zero. When you see the magic unfold with the entropy and volatility and holy mercy. And that's the thing. The only thing I'm using these indicators for is divergence, right? And I love seeing outliers going through confidence intervals because it usually, I mean, it's such a high probability. Okay, probably going to go, we're either going to go sideways and have a nice reset as it drops down to the bottom side, or this baby's going to come back down, right? It's what usually happens, one or the other. Party's usually over, though, to the top. Get stifled right there. Would have been nice, though, to make one more run up here. Let's see if I can do it. It's got room. It's got some room. Volatility, not doing much, though. Was the 5-minute low? It was kind of. Yeah, going into trend. Coming back up in now. Hmm. Oh, look at the freaking messages. I love messages. Let me read more. Oh, nice. You guys, yeah, beautiful. That's what it's all about. Love it. Yeah, probably just right there in general voice. I don't know. I've got most of it turned off, man. Not that I don't use it like that. That's all it is. I just want when I'm doing the live streams, people that are watching for the first time, I've got it broken up, right? I've just got the variance here, right? Here's the log return Z score. Here's the returns oscillator. Instead of having it all as one indicator, somebody for the first time watching the YouTube vid, they're not going to see it as clearly, if that makes sense. So I turn everything off on Wolf's Mane and then throw off because I just like the ability in Wolf's Bane to, do the correlation and the direction colors. Beautiful. So yes, you are correct. Yeah. Hmm. Nice, P-Font. Thanks for doing that. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I sent those settings to you, I think. Yeah, it's easy. I love it too. Oh my God. It's ridiculously powerful. There's such a high probability when those things, especially, here's the key, right? You got to take the profit. You start having an outlier on these time frames. Look at the 5-minute. When you have these outliers, you're going to get a nice move. These were big, but all these little outliers, these are $100 scalps all day long. Tons of them. Think about it. Holy shit, on the 5 minute? If you traded every little outlier and just took 100 in profit, you're making, oh my goodness. Not even gonna lie. I mean, we could mark it off and look at them all. It's probably like 20 trades. And you talk about, oh, it becomes real fun. Instead of stressful. Trading can be stressful as hell. Makes a big difference when you got the right tool bag. Yes, it does. Um, yeah, let's see. Yes, because I got to change. My sample size is 9, percentile length 100. I'm using smoothing on an 8. Then correlation is a 5 look back, which I like it because when you're scalping low time frames, it's woof, especially when you're in those quick moves, it's literally will not fail you when you learn how to read it. So I like it on a 5. It's a lot of noise though. I mean, you can throw it on a 10 and it helps a lot, but I like it on a 5. Relation. Well, yeah, I mean, it's just pretty freaking. Let me see. Yeah, because none of this is just all color and line width, and I don't have my MA on. I mean, you wonder why. Right off the bat, you start trading the 1 minute chart, and you're slaying. You're a stud. It's not easy, but with these tools, oh my God, it's incredible. It's incredible. You're waiting for these volatility troughs, right? Volatility just disappears. Not only that, it just falls off a cliff. You have this little explosion, right? Not even a big move. What is that? 30, about $120 move on the 1 minute, right? And as price action's going sideways, volatility is falling off a cliff. Entropy is random and there is no correlation at all. Slowly, right here, just starts dropping, right? Volatility is expanding, significantly positively correlated. You're having an outlier. All these little moves. These are little $100 scalps too. Remember that one was 120. I mean, look at the variance all day long on the 1 minute. There is a ton of outliers. Fun. Get all caffeined up or whatever your pleasure is, and you got to have all this up. That's the thing too with trading. You can learn how to read a chart and you can learn how to get entries. Can you run the whole system? Right? You're literally right. You're putting trades in and stuff at the same time. I mean, you got to get into where everything is flowing. It helps if you have several monitors, in my opinion. I like to have all my charts up and my exchange. Probably a couple windows of a couple of monitors. They're sorry, 2 monitors with exchanges because I'm probably trading a couple assets, whatever's correlated. Good stuff. Who just popped on? Is that Yasha coming in late? Let's see. Chat's all good stuff. Good, good, good. And it's beautiful because when you've got your entropy indicator on, right, you can turn the bar color on. You know when price action's trending or in randomness. And I can literally look it for my goodness gracious. I can just look at entropy and tell you what the returns are doing. Right? Are they leaving the mean or are they mean reverting? Powerful when you know those things. It's good stuff. Beautiful. Ping. Yeah, because it's just like dynamite. Dynamite. Remember when Entropy first started coming on the scene and shit, and people are just, it's like, okay, dope, never mind. Nothing to see here. You continue on. You continue on. You don't have the fortitude anyway. First grasp correlation, and then we'll fill you in on entropy. Not just how to build, not the building of the indicator. There's a genius out there that can build the indicator. He damn sure doesn't know how to apply it to trading. This is the problem we're having. This is the problem we're having. You've got people that know how to build the indicators, but they damn sure don't know how to use them when it comes to trading. And are very stubborn. Very stubborn people. What's this one-eyed pirate know about this shit? I know I work hard. I know you give me something and you give me a little time with it and I'll have your head spinning. And as a coder, God, if I coded, I'd love to have a bunch of monkeys like me running around and Yasha and MJ and holy shit. Van and Donnie turn stuff loose on us and we're just like little freaking worker bees, man. And at some point, it ends up on your guys' table. It's lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. What you talking about? On the 15 minute. Let's see. It depends on what your settings are too. It's definitely starting to expand a little bit, negatively correlated, yeah. But that's not. Look at it just pull back. Volatility candle. Now it's kind of contracting a little bit. Yeah, you need some big explosions. These are the best. This is why it's awesome. It's like you're looking for that volatility expansion, right? Look at this. Just wham! Then look at the move to the downside. It just stays expanded, man. Negatively correlated. Right? This is what you're waiting for. You're waiting for some massive boom boom. Sometimes it's sloping, sometimes it boom, but you'll be able to recognize, especially if everything else going, and it's all going to depend. Was there some divergence building? Are you having an outlier on the variance? All of it works together. Yeah, everybody's got different settings, I'm sure. Freaking neighbor told me there's copperhead snakes around all around here, and I'm like, oh really? Well, the dogs will find them. That won't be a good day. Man, you're fine. That's what this is all about. That's what makes us different than all these other camps out there that just think, I don't know. Nobody's allowed to ask questions or seem like a noob. Dude, trust me, we're all learning. Every day it's something new. Right when I think I'm, getting a grasp of something, boom. Just like I said, these guys are just pushing these limits every day, just thinking of new stuff. So it's just, you got to keep up. But it's fine. You can ask them. No, there's no silly questions. None. Yeah, so it depends on how people trade too, right? A lot of my settings are set up for really, really low time frames and taking quick freaking profits. It is just, that's what, I mean, just think about it. It's crazy. Ooh. Yeah. 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 If you want low time frames. Yeah. That's why I love the 636 volatility setting. The entropy with the exponential turned on, the exponential weighting, and then the real low RO, right? On a 7 length. I can catch everything. Log return Z score. What do I do? Do I have the 30? I know I've had it on 15 before. Yeah, it is on a 30 right now. And obviously use mean of log returns as source. Right? For the z-score. And then boom, you got some powerful tools. Powerful. Two specifically build on the returns you're using for divergence, and then obviously Fisher that's takes price, turns it into normal distribution. In the DLP, that in my opinion, man, it works really good when you're built over a long-term time series building, and I'm talking about long-term time series like on low time frames where you've got several moves to the downside in different areas. And I'm talking about using these areas, especially you go down to the 1 minute, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about, where you start getting big divergences between these different sets. And then, man, that builds up over time and you can have more powerful moves and you'll see outliers from it. Yeah, we've had a few new people come in. I think they left just as fast for whatever reason. People come, it's funny, guys. But you can see right now in the 15-minute, look at the bear div. Building. And here's the thing. So you recognize, okay, we've got bear div on the 15 right now. And but is there bear div on Fisher or log return z-score? No. So what else am I looking for? Where is the log return z-score? Well, it ran an outlier up into the 99% confidence interval. Oh, and bear div setting up? Probably going to go sideways here or pull back. Right? The returns definitely leaving the mean. You can see entropy dropping. So now, do the returns mean revert now? You see this go back into random, not that it's even into full trend, right? But when you see entropy dropping like this, it's all just like volatility. It's all about what's happening with the slope. We're starting to slope. We're heading into trend. So that's what I'm looking for. Now, I'm not saying the log return z-score can't go higher, but it's all about probabilities right now. High probability. Could it go up a couple hundred more dollars? Sure, it could. So what happens if we do make the run and we get up here to the 1 SD, right? Or the top of the weekly again? Do we reject from there? So I'm watching the what's going to happen with the returns oscillator. Because this can change, right? This can change. This is building. The return oscillator was set. Now look, boom, it just uncoiled, right? Price action never set a top though. So here we go. And it's doing exactly what I actually thought would possibly happen. It's going to make a run up here to the top. The bulls want to close up here. There's no doubt about it. If they can close above 30.8 today, maybe we do trend into weekly. Maybe we turn this thing around. And then, so where am I? Then I'm over here. Okay, where could we possibly go? Then I'm like, okay, hey, where's the 1 SD at on the weekly? It's almost at 33. Okay, 33 is a great target. All right, the 68.3 is at 31.6. So that could be a little boop, boop, right? A little bump in the road right there. You want to see how that price action reacts when it hits these distribution levels, whether it be Laplace or normal. You can run this on any time frame. Very powerful. I mean, you talk about a sophisticated system, right? Especially throw a distribution on this, right? I guarantee you right now. I put the PB2 right here. We're at the 95.4. This hit the 95.4. Then you're out of the trade. Throw one on here now. We're at the 95.4 again. It's just like profit taking. Ding, 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 ding. It's crazy. And people out there just getting slayed gambling, using leverage. You don't need to use leverage in a volatile market. If you're trading Forex, by all means, use some leverage. Because these indicators are going to get you into positions in Forex that you'll be able to ride the whole. I mean, oh my God. I haven't looked in a while, but just the drop in the entropy and the trend, everything is just so smooth. You just ride that shit. But that move in Forex, the percentage of the move is so tiny. That's why they offer like 1,000, right? 1,000x leverage and shit, 500. There's exchanges, it's insanity. It's like, holy shit. But when you have a freaking asset as volatile as Bitcoin, that's where people, and then they wonder why YouTube Jimmy's unloading them onto all these leveraged exchanges. They want to wreck your ass. They don't want you to understand you don't need leverage trading Bitcoin. You're going to get wrecked. You should not be using leverage in a highly volatile market because your liquidation point is very attainable for these algos to just nail your ass. No leverage. 2x. You want red panty night? Go 2x. Pop open a bottle of freaking champagne. Fucking, we got Yasha. Fucking pork belly soybean futures. Woo! Yeah, man. Do you see how backwards everything is? All these YouTubers on-ramping these people onto these exchanges. It's it's insanity. That's the last thing they should be doing. They should be telling people, hey man, Bitcoin's volatile as hell. Don't use any leverage. You're going to get wrecked. But instead, they encourage it and make tutorials on how to use leverage. It's insane. And these exchanges pay these guys a lot of money. You're welcome, my friend. These guys are making Bitcoins, man. Using their affiliate links for like Binance and FTX and Bybit. And I mean, look at every YouTube Jimmy out there has got a freaking leveraged exchange video. Hey, this is how you go get fucking totally wrecked. The link's in my description. The only link we have is to our Discord. Maybe a website. It's ridiculous. We want to teach people how to run with the algos. That's what we want. We want people to understand volatility and entropy. That's what we do at Alpha Trading. We trade volatility, probability, and statistics. Right? Little splash of entropy in there. It's beautiful. Beautiful. So the link to our Discord's in the description. Come check us out. Check out the shop channel. There's 2 different levels to our Discord that'll get you access to the Alpha Trading system. We had a nice crew tonight. I appreciate you guys showing up and asking questions. That makes it really fun. Love the questions. And we'll see you tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, guys. Have a good evening, afternoon, or morning, depending on where you're at. See you guys later.